the Lamborghini Aventador, the ultimate supercar legend. Let's get right into it. 350 kilometers per hour, that is 217 miles per hour, guys. We're getting straight to the point in this explainer because this blistering top speed isn't just a random number, it's a statement of absolute intent. From day one, this figure instantly hooked the automotive world and set a completely new benchmark for what a flagship supercar should actually be. So, what exactly pushes a machine to those extreme limits? Well, it's packing 700 to 780 PS of pure, naturally aspirated V12 power. Throughout its phenomenal 11-year run, this staggering horsepower range really defined the car. You won't find any turbochargers here, no electric assistance in the main lineup, just a massive, roaring, beating heart mounted right behind the driver, hand-built entirely in Sant'Agata Bolognese. Section 1. Anatomy of a Supercar. Engineering the beast. The raw engineering of the L539 V12 engine wasn't just borrowed from some older model. No, it was an entirely in-house designed 6.5-liter masterpiece. It pushed torque figures all the way up to 720 Newton meters, yet the entire engine itself weighs just 235 kilograms. That is an incredibly light power plant for such massive output, and it perfectly demonstrates Lamborghini's absolute obsession with power-to-weight ratios. But look, raw power is totally useless if the car can't handle it, right? The absolutely crucial element here is the carbon fiber monocoque. Think of this as the Aventador's rigid, lightweight spine. It's a single-shell chassis structure built entirely out of carbon fiber. Fun fact, originally, Lamborghini expected the molds for this to last for just 500 units each. This tub ensures extreme rigidity and keeps the weight dramatically low, which is exactly what you need to keep a car stable when you're casually pushing past 300 kilometers per hour. As the platform evolved, Lamborghini introduced ALA, or Aerodynamica Lamborghini Activa. This active aerodynamic system completely revolutionized the car's track performance. By electronically managing airflow in literally milliseconds, it could instantly increase downforce for tight cornering or reduce drag for maximum top speed. It's essentially reshaping the air around the car in real time. Section 2. Evolution of the Aventador, a relentless pursuit. Tracking the major milestones really reveals a relentless pursuit of perfection here. We start with the original LP700-4 back in 2011. Then came the lighter, way more aggressive Super Veloce in 2015. 2016 brought us the Aventador S, which introduced four-wheel steering. 2018 gave us the insanely track-focused SVJ, and finally, 2021 delivered the ultimate send-off, the LP780-4 Ultimae. To truly grasp these engineering leaps, we have to contrast the 2011 baseline model with the 2018 SVJ. The original LP704 boasts 700 PS and a dry weight of 1,575 kilograms. But fast forward to 2018, and the SVJ bumped that power up to 770 PS, shaved off 50 kilograms, and added a staggering 40% more downforce. They essentially took an already extreme car and sharpened every single edge. Visually demonstrating these gains is super fascinating. The 0 to 100 km/h sprint time dropped from 2.9 seconds in the original down to 2.8 seconds in the SVJ. Now, 1/10 of a second might not sound like much to us, but when a car is already accelerating that fast, engineering that marginal gain requires a monumental technological overhaul. And that 1/10 of a second translates to absolute track dominance. In July 2018, a camouflaged SVJ prototype driven by Marco Mappelli went to the infamous Nürburgring Nordschleife. It set a blindingly fast lap time of 6 minutes and 44.97 seconds. This wasn't just a personal best, it actually beat the Porsche 911 GT2 RS to claim the production car lap record. A massive, heavy V12 supercar conquered the most demanding track on Earth. No way around it, that is just incredible. Section 3. The rare derivatives, exclusive limited runs. The Aventador platform was honestly so robust that Lamborghini used it as a canvas for some of the most wild, highly exclusive models in automotive history. We're talking the Veneno, the Centenario honoring the founder's 100th birthday, the one-off SE18 and SE20 Austin track cars, the hybrid Sion FKP37, the track-only Essenza SCV12, and even the retro-inspired Countach LPI 804. They truly pushed this V12 platform to its absolute aesthetic and performance limits. To give you a sense of just how exclusive we're talking here, 4. That is the total number of Veneno coupes ever built. Just 4. 1 was kept for the factory, and only 3 went to actual customers, with each one accented in a different color of the Italian flag. And if you wanted one of those 3 Venonos back in 2013, well, here was your entry fee, $4 million. This massive price tag really underscores the elite, record-breaking nature of these derivatives. They were instant collector's items, designed specifically to shock the world and showcase the absolute peak of Lamborghini's capabilities. But, while those derivatives were ultra-rare, the standard Aventador was a total commercial juggernaut. Total sales reached a staggering 11,831 units over its lifespan. To put that into perspective, Lamborghini's initial production plan was for just 4,000 units. It completely shattered expectations, proving for sure that there is a very healthy appetite for uncompromising, flamboyant V12 supercars. Section 4. The final V12 chapter. The end of an era. Okay, so in July 2022, a pretty historic moment occurred in automotive history. The very last Ultimae, and thus the very last production Aventador, rolled off the line, customized to match a 1968 Miura. But what's absolutely wild is that they actually had to restart the production line earlier that same year. Why? Well, because 15 Ultimae models tragically sank to the bottom of the ocean when the cargo ship Felicity Ace caught fire near the Azores. So Lamborghini literally brought the Aventador back to life one last time just to fulfill those customer orders. Talk about a crazy send-off. And speaking of value, the very last Aventador Ultimae coupe ever produced was auctioned off by RM Sotheby's for an incredible $1.6 million. Fittingly for the modern era, it was actually sold paired with a one-of-one NFT. It really acted as this poetic bridge between decades of raw mechanical heritage and our digital future. Which leaves us with this final, somewhat provocative thought. As Lamborghini boldly transitions into the hybrid era with the Revuelto, will we ever see a pure, naturally aspirated V12 legend quite like the Aventador again? I mean, it was a car that didn't just break records. It completely broke the mold of what we expect from a supercar. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I hope this deep dive leaves you wanting to learn even more about the incredible machines that shape our world. Catch you next time.